What's up, Hawk Nation, and welcome back to an all-new episode of Hawk Talk. It's been a couple of months since our last video, but I'm back in the saddle to talk about our Pike County Central athletics since our last video. We are now sitting in the month of July, which means that we are just 1 month away from the start of high school football. I'm excited. I know the team and staff are excited, and I'm sure that you guys out there are excited as well. But I'm not going to talk much about football in this installment. I'll touch on it briefly here in just a little bit. School is out now, obviously. I mentioned that we're sitting in July. And once again, I want to send out a special congratulations to our class of 2015 graduates out there. If we have any graduates listening, and if you are an underclassman, it doesn't matter. I want to send a special message to all of you. Get a dream, hold on to it, and shoot for the sky, as the late great Dusty Rhodes once said. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, because you can. All you have to do is believe in yourself, and all your dreams can and will come true. I'm proud, and Hawk Nation in general is proud of all of you out there. So since our last video, baseball and softball seasons had just begun, so let's talk about their respective seasons, starting with softball. Now before I begin, I just want to state that I do not have the complete school history of baseball and softball, so I'm in the dark about those early years in school history. But I do believe that the girls had quite possibly the best year in school softball history. Coach Isaac Williamson entered his second year with the Lady Hawks, and he led them to a very respectable record of 21 wins and 16 losses. Now, I want to state that if there's anyone out there that's close to Coach Williamson, I've never had the privilege of meeting him, so I think that some of you Lady Hawks out there ought to let him know about us here at the Hawks Hangout. I think maybe it might implore him to enter social media, and I think that would be really awesome. So anyways, the girls hosted the 60th district tournament, and in the first round they pulled a big upset win over the Belfry Lady Pirates by a score of 10-4. Automatically qualifying them for the 15th region tournament. However, they would end up losing the 60th district tournament to the Lawrence County Lady Bulldogs by the final score of 17-5. Our Lady Hawks went into the 15th region tournament, where they met the 57th district champions, the Magoffin County Lady Hornets, but unfortunately the Lady Hornets were just too tough, and they ended up winning by the final score of 9-0. Magoffin County would eventually make it to the 15th region championship, but lost to the Lady Eagles of Johnson Central. We had only 4 seniors on this Lady Hawks squad: Brianna Sloan, Keely Coleman, Cheyenne Harlow, and Miranda Wright. I just want to say thank you, ladies, for all the hard work and dedication that you've given our program over the years, and we wish you all nothing but the best. Now, moving on to baseball, Coach Chris Lawson entered his third year with the program, and he had quite possibly his best season to date with us, leading us to a great record of 18 wins and 12 losses. And I just want to say that during the season, I got a chance to talk to Coach Lawson several times on Twitter, and I just want to say how really nice and kind that he is, and I think that he's done an absolute tremendous job leading our Hawks, and I hope that Coach Lawson is a long-term stay as our baseball coach. But anyways, unfortunately, towards the end of the season, our baseball program became surrounded by a lot of controversy, which I'm not really going to get into, but I will say that unfortunately, it did affect our team in the long run. Our Hawks hosted the 15th region or the 16th district tournament, But again, unfortunately, that good season turned sour in a hurry, as our Hawks lost in the first round of the tournament to the Belfry Pirates by the score of 7-1, abruptly ending our season. Belfry would go on to lose the championship game to the Lawrence County Bulldogs by a score of 7-0. We had quite a handful of seniors on our baseball squad this season: Brad Elkins, Mac Justice, Andrew Fields, Dylan Wright, PJ Sowards, Aaron Scott, and Caleb Godsey. Gentlemen, I just want to again say thank you for the tremendous careers that you've had on the diamond, and we again wish you all nothing but the best in your futures. Now I'm going to move on to football. I didn't mention anything about it at the time because I had to be hush-hush about it, but I believe that I can safely talk about it now. But Back in late April, early May, we had our spring football practices. Now, we weren't at full strength because some of the kids had other happenings going on, such as track and baseball, but we had constantly good numbers out there, and all the kids looked very impressive. The kids drew rave reviews from the coaching staff, so yeah, I think that we're going to be a tough draw for any team on Friday nights coming up. Right now, we are in the dead period. I hope that the kids out there are still working hard during their time away, and we all start back up on the 13th of July. And I can't wait to see how things shape up. Once again, we will be holding the midnight practice. That'll be open to the public, basically as a way for the fans, parents, etc. to get your first look at our team. We did it last year. We had a very solid turnout of people, and I hope that with more people liking our page, more people will hear about it, and then hopefully we can get a even bigger crowd than last season. And of course, we'll let you know ahead of time when that will happen. Not sure about our schedule yet, when, where, who. I have no clue, but of course, again, I'll let everyone know ahead of time when I figure it out. Now, last video I teased some news about some changes to our page. Basically, before I announce anything, I just want to state basically why I created this page in the first place. Originally, I was only going to post strictly about our football program because honestly, I mean, that's what I care most about. No disrespect to all our other programs out there. So anyways, a few months after the football season ended, we were halfway through basketball season, and I just began to realize this is going to be a long, long wait until football rolls around. And I like to stay active, and I thought that I'd just run out of things to do on our pages, and I didn't want folks to forget about us and unlike us on Facebook or unfollow us on Twitter. So I started diving into basketball, providing updates on the games and such, dived a little bit into baseball and so on and so forth. So basically, my announcement is that starting with the new school year, I'm going to try my absolute best to cover every single Pike County Central athletic department, from football, volleyball, wrestling, basketball, track and field, to baseball. I'm going to try my absolute best to cover everything that I can. And the reason being is very simple. I love this school, and it deserves nothing but the best. My goal when I first started this page was for the kids to treat all our student athletes with nothing but respect, and plus I really wanted to treat these kids like rock stars with all the fancy graphics, the trading cards and all that. And I'm hopeful that my page will inspire more kids to come out and play, inspire more kids to give better efforts on and off the field, court, diamond, what have you. But the thing that I always like to think about is I want folks to think that if you want to be a student athlete, Pike County Central is the place to be. So before we wrap up this episode, I want to share a few things that we'll be doing on the page in the near future. First thing, remember when we did the trading cards for the football players last season? Well, we'll be doing that again this season, but before we do that, we're going to have an interactive vote with all our Hawk Nation fans, parents, students, etc. Now, what will we be voting on, you may ask? Well, basically, what we've done is created 3 trading card frames, and basically whichever one Hawk Nation likes the most, you vote for it, and we'll probably run the voting for a couple of weeks, maybe a touch longer. We'll see. Whichever card frame wins will be the one that we'll use. I think that all 3 are pretty swag, but we'll leave that up to Hawk Nation to decide. Next up, I'm also planning on doing yet another video. Hopefully I'll record it a few days after this episode. My next video will likely be a preview of our 2015 Pike County Central football season. Also, I will try hopefully to secure a second interview with Coach Sean Thacker before the season kicks off. We interviewed him shortly after he was hired a year ago, and hopefully that we can catch up and talk about last season and preview the upcoming season. And another thing, a few days ago I set another page like goal. I was hopeful that we could secure 1,000 likes before the start of the football season. We are sitting at a steady 770 likes, so we still have quite a handful to go before we hit that goal. And again, I just want to say that I hope that you guys just keep sharing our page with your world. It's very simple to share our page. It takes 5 seconds to click share and another 5 seconds to send. It's that easy. Twitter, we just surpassed 500 followers. Thank you. You all are wonderful. So here's hoping to another 500 followers. Couple more things. If you're on Twitter, go follow my secondary page, East Kentucky Sports Central, at East KYSC. It's been a little quiet lately over there. Nothing going on sports related right now, but we're still there, checking it daily. Also, hey, feel free to follow my personal Twitter, at Hot Rod Clark. I don't use my personal Twitter as much anymore, but I still check it frequently. Also, feel free to look me up on Facebook. Most of you all should know me by now, but if you don't, my name is Jared Clark. Feel free to look me up, add me, message me, what have you. I'm very friendly, very interactive with our Hawk Nation. So yeah, good stuff. Anyways, I've rambled on for quite a bit, so I think that we'll end things here and gear up for the start of football season. Until next time, the Hawks Hangout signing out. Peace, Hawk Nation.